So after I uploaded a video about online classes, I went over to Instagram to ask you guys if you have any questions for me, and today we're answering them. Thank you to everyone who gave me these questions. Okay, first question. Any suggestions on how to prep for an exam? I find that making tests for yourself really works the best for me, especially when you're trying to remember terms and definitions. I recently found out that it was called active recall. I'll put a link to Abdaal's video about it because I haven't really explored it that much. If it's possible, read through the material days before the exam, not the night before. I know people usually do it the night before, but if it's possible, do it days before the exam so that when the night before the exam comes, you'll just have to scan through the whole thing, and that this will give you time to rest. Without proper rest, your brain might get all wonky, and we don't want that during an exam. You might forget important details. And studying days before will also give you time to ask your professors or your classmates something that isn't clear to you, or maybe something you don't understand. Second question, the apps for schools, or what apps or websites are you using for online classes? The one app that I use for almost everything is Notion. It's an all-in-one platform for writing, planning, and organizing my ideas, my notes, everything I have to remember, school events. This is not sponsored, but almost all of my life is in Notion, and I don't think I would be able to survive the quarantine without it. It's been really helpful as a student and as a person building up this kind of career, and as a normal human being. Other than that, I use Google Workspace, mostly Google Docs, Google Drive, and Google Calendar. What I love about these is that you're able to collaborate with others in real time, and all you need is a Google account. And almost everyone I know has a Google account, so it's been really helpful. For time-saving applications, I use a built-in app limiter on my phone, an app with a Pomodoro timer, which helps me do my tasks in a certain amount of time and take breaks when I need to, and a newsfeed eradicator. This is not actually an app, it's a Chrome extension that's been really helpful to me. Basically what it does is that it turns your newsfeed into inspirational quotes so that you'll be able to use your social media as is, but without getting distracted. Spreed is also a Chrome extension that I use, and it has got me through long articles. And what it does is that you copy and paste all the text that you need to read, and it helps you practice your speed reading, and it also helps you read quickly. So it's been really helpful, especially for research. I use Ecosia something as my search engine because I know it's not really that academic, but it helps you turn your searches into profit, which they turn into trees, and we have to save the environment, so I use that. And the last thing that I use as an application on my laptop, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's Mech Vibes. I used to have typewriter noises on my phone as I type, but a friend recommended this to me, and it has been the one I used ever since. Basically what it does is that it helps you create mechanical keyboard noises while you type, and it just makes me feel accomplished and productive, even though I haven't really done a lot. The third question, how do you not study? Let's first define what studying is. So, according to the New Oxford American Dictionary, studying is defined as to devote time and attention to acquiring knowledge. So I guess you do not study when you do not devote time and attention to acquiring knowledge. I guess by just not caring about a subject. Thanks for that question. Helpful. That's a very interesting question. What is the current subject that gives you purpose the most? I currently have 2 subjects for this block, and I actually enjoy them both. One is about technology, and the other one is about social media. And I think those 2 subjects are very useful to me, especially as a person who's trying to build up this kind of career.
Hello, this is editing Cora. That video was filmed, I don't know, a month ago or maybe even months ago. But yeah, at that time I had 2 subjects. But right now, if you're still wondering, I don't have any subjects anymore. I'm on my Christmas break, so I don't have any subjects anymore. I'm free. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.
What is your go-to pen right now? I don't really have a go-to pen because the only pen that I have on me is a G-Tech pen that is blue. I don't really write a lot anymore. The only thing that I use it for is for my Italian notes, which I'm also thinking of making it digital. So I don't really use a pen that much. It's all I need right now, and yeah. I also use it for journaling. How is your online classes treating you so far? Personally, I've been trying my best to keep up with it, and I've been able to so far. I do have trouble with it sometimes, but most of our professors are people we can talk to, and so if we have any concerns, we can just talk to them and we'll solve it together. What do you do during study breaks? One thing I'm proud of is I've been able to use less of social media, but I've noticed that I replaced it with streaming sites like Netflix and YouTube. But that's one of the things I've been doing. I've been listening to music, journaling sometimes, organizing my tasks, reading. I've been reading a lot, mostly ebooks or articles I found on the internet. Yeah, mostly those. Wish I could say something cool, like training my dog how to talk. Problem is I don't have a dog, so.
Hello, it's editing Cora again. I thought I'd share you a life update. So I got a dog. We named him Chip. He is a 4-month-old, almost 4-month-old Chow Chow. And yeah, there's still a lot to train him before I can actually train him to talk. So yeah, okay, bye.
How do you keep track of your requirements? Well, like I said, I use Notion for almost everything, including as a planner. It's the first thing I look at when I start my day. It's just in my computer and it has everything there. And the reason why I have a planner is because I just cannot trust my brain to remember everything. It's just not gonna work, and so I just have to type it down and put it somewhere that I'm always gonna look at. The 3 things I consider when organizing and planning my tasks is the deadline, the level of difficulty, and how my other tasks will affect this task. So the deadline tells me how much I should prioritize my tasks. Is it something I should do right away, or is it something I can do next week because my other tasks are more urgent? The level of difficulty tells me how long I can do a task. Is it something I can do in an hour, or is it something that I can only do when I at least have a week? The last one, which is how my other tasks will affect the completion of this task, will help me determine when I can do the task. Maybe on a Thursday when I don't really have that much stuff to do, or should I do it on a Friday where there's something similar that I have to do for another subject. If it's a big task, I like to divide it in small chunks so that I don't cram it all in one day, and that in case something goes wrong, I can still do something about it. Let me know if you'd like a more detailed version of that and how I do it on my planner, and maybe I'll make a separate video about that. If you have any more questions or suggestions, please comment them down below. And as always, thank you for watching and for sending me these questions. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay safe, and let's help each other out as best as we can. Yeah, okay, bye.